It's quite a humble album, I think. It's not like Dukes of Stratosphere. There's no show off or virtuoso playing on it. It's kind of simple and humble.
Running away, this town's too dull for us to stay. Feeling the pinch, I've got an inkling, the feeling you want. You think I'm half a man and half a goat. Excuse me, can't you see? I sprung the spring for you, I can't let go. It's not that simple, vibes I'm not alone, but I know I will be strong to shoot the weight of mythology. The story's a song when it's written so beautifully. It takes my hand as it comes, spawns a new state of the world, while the real world falls out of the arms it should hold. So beware of falling.
Welcome back to the programme. This is Billy Sloan on 102.5 Clyde One, the show that brings you the very best of the week's new music. And it's absolutely fantastic to welcome a great friend into the Clyde One studio. Steve Craddock, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Thanks for having me, Billy. Nice to see you again.
You've had incredible success over the years, a long association with this programme, you know, with Ocean Colour Scene, obviously. Was it always your intention, was it always your ambition to make a solo album?
No, it wasn't. They make me feel ill at ease to be honest with solo albums.
Running away, this town's too dull for us to stay. Feeling the pinch, waiting on a 7-year itch. Just trying to make some sense of it all, hanging on a wide-angled curve, just hoping to see you there. You said you feel the same thing, I swear. Swearing is not our game.
So what really got you into a position, you know, that you were able to write songs and record a solo album? Did you have some time off from the band? Is that how it came about?
No, not at all. I mean, I never have any time off. I've been really busy. And Simon told me that he didn't want to particularly write music. He wanted a year out writing. And then, so I didn't know what to do apart from scratch my arse on the Ocean Colour Scene level anyway. And then I got really busy with Paul and we started doing 22 Dreams. And I found free time in his studio to start recording. And it came together really quickly. It took me 6 days basically to record what you hear on the record. And I played all the instruments myself, so it's it's quite a humble album, I think. It's not like Dukes of Stratosphere. There's no show off or virtuoso playing on it. It's kind of simple and humble.
As in the view from Richard Hill we know, through Turner's eyes it's kind of set in stone. The beauty, just
I mean, there must have come a point in the middle of all this where you suddenly sat down and thought, right, if I'm going to do a solo album, how do I tackle it? Because is the songwriting for a Steve Craddock record very different to the kind of writing we'd obviously do for Ocean Colour Scene?
These are the first songs I've ever written, to be honest with you. I mean, beforehand, Simon writes in Ocean Colour Scene and I come up with the guitar melodies. And I'll tell you the test for me was I tried to write a song for my children that didn't sound saccharine or too sweet, and I think it was a really difficult thing to do that with the right intention and to get away with it, and that's obviously I played today, it's called The Apple, and I was pleased enough. So that was after that, then I thought, well, it might be okay to carry on writing. And then slowly over a year, I sort of just tried to crack away with it, really. And it's sort of out my depth, and I do realise that. But I slowly just kept cracking away at it, and eventually it came.
If you gave me a fresh combination, I would only crush your tender petals.
You mentioned friends there. One of the guys who's one of your best pals in the business is Liam Gallagher, and there's a great quote from him in which he says he reckons the album's like a modern day All Things Must Pass. What did you think of that? What was your take on that one?
I think that's a fair assessment, really. I mean, I'm pleased that he likes it, because he's quite a fussy little fiddler.
He doesn't hand out compliments very readily,
No, he
does
doesn't. No, but he's also very astute in what he knows. I think he's a very switched-on guy, and I think that I know that the song's moved him, and he you know. So it's nice to have him being into it.
You and I have had long conversations over the years about music. I mean, you know, who were the guys who first inspired you when, you know, a teenage Steve Craddock first picked up the guitar? Was it, you know, people like the Small Faces and the Kinks and the Who and guys like that?
It was the Jam, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I remember I was 11 years old, and I can remember hearing Pity Poor Alfie, the B-side of Blister's Pill, and I remember jumping up in bed and thinking that I just found out what Northern Soul was, because I'd just read that and I thought it was a great sort of phrase, and I thought I'd heard it in that record, which obviously I was wrong about that. And it took me years to kind of work out even the words to that song, and I still don't really know the words, but there was just something really enchanting, I think, about that record anyway.
You're in the middle of recording sessions for 22 Dreams with Paul Weller. You've played with him for many, many years. In fact, it almost seems impossible now to go and see Paul Weller where you're not standing at his side, because you've very much become very much part of his whole musical makeup. You're in the middle of 22 Dreams. He's a couple of days off. He nips back to London, but you stay in the studio. What was it like when the kind of red light record went on and you had to step up to the plate and do it as Steve Craddock? Because, you know, was it a big kind of, were you always confident in your singing voice?
It doesn't really matter, I don't think. I think as long as you can get a message through, and I think if the words are truthful or there's something curious about the words, then I think that you can put over a message. Like we was having a conversation about Jim Webb, and I think that's as far as I can push it anyway. And I think also if you're a music fan, then a good song will come through you.
But it must have been a strange feeling kind of stepping into the spotlight, because you've been the perennial, you know, guitar player, the sideman. Suddenly, you know, it's not Simon Fowler who's in the main spotlight, it's not Paul Weller who's doing the vocals, it's you. What was that like? Was that a bit of a culture shock for you?
I didn't think about it, I just sort of cracked on, didn't think about it too much. I used it as a rough feel for demos, and then I thought it was maybe a week after that I kind of listened to it, went back home and played it to a few friends and people I know, and that's when you start to get a true representation, I think, of so I didn't think it's just like it's an outpouring of emotion, and of just getting it down on tape, and then I've made my mind up about it later, I think.
I mean, who were the guitar players who inspired you then?
I wasn't into guitar players. I was a bass player when I was younger.
Yeah.
Guitar players, because coming from Birmingham, it was quite a heavy rock city in the sort of late 70s.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, my first album was, right? It was Otis Redding Greatest Hits and Aretha Franklin Greatest Hits. And I really dug the sound of them soul records, them Stax recordings. And so it was like the bass was the lead guitar on the instruments, really, wasn't it? Bless Duck Dunn. But because it certainly wasn't Stevie Cropper.
So the first record that made you jump off the bed, apart from those two records, was a Jam B-side. What must it be like for you all these years later to be standing in the studio or on stage alongside Weller? That must be beyond your wildest dream, show.
It is, but I've kind of got over that, and I think I've bored myself to death, and I've made myself so nervous to death that I've just had enough of it, you know. I have to you have to find a point when you get over that. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise I think it's just like a boa restrictor.
It must be a big thrill though.
It's great because he's great. It's great because he's dashing and he's fantastic as a performer, and he's a great guitar player, great singer. And again, he's got such a high standard, so it's good because of that. But every now and then I do realise that he wrote Going Underground, and I try and get him to sing it.
Yeah.
So I still appreciate it. I think I spent the first 2 years playing with him, and I think the nerves just, it didn't get me anywhere, and it didn't make me a better guitar player, and it didn't make me add anything to Paul's band.
The album is called the Kundalini Target, and in fact Weller was the first guy last year at the SEC who actually raved to me about the record. The first song you're going to play for us is called The Apple. Where in the scheme of the recording did that come? That was a song you said you wrote for the kids, so was that basically the first one you did?
It was the first one I did, yeah. And it was just a really tricky moment. It was a test whether I could start to make an album on my own or whether I couldn't, to be honest with you. And there's lovely guest vocals on it as well by my wife Sally.
Well, Steve, I think you've genuinely made a fantastic record. It gives me great pleasure to say here he is live.
All that I want is for the apple not to fall far from the tree. Sunny and cast, you float like butterflies, the magic of our souls permits. I'll tell you everything that I know, the child's father to the man. So start to begin free like the wind. Begin, my kin, start to begin. The apple don't fall far from the tree. Love, 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 love. Tell you everything that I know, the child's father to the man. So start to begin free like the wind. Begin, my kin, start to begin. The apple don't fall far from the tree. We're melodies, we're speaking tongues, we're sea shanties on the school run. We're fabled lore, it's easy come and easy go. Not yet that old, you know what's right before you're told. Reveal yourself and avoid the cost. I'll tell you everything that I know, the child's father to the man. Catch a moment, it's all in the air. It's on your doorstep, it's all in your stare. Distracting you from your jealous eyes. Don't let another day pass you by. It's transcendental. It's ancient weaving, no, not that you can. That's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. Catch a moment, it's all in the air. It's on your doorstep, it's all in your stare.